Hi, welcome to the Resources Roadhouse. I'm Wally Graham. I'm with Tony McClure, who's Managing Director of Silver Mines. And Tony, you've got a project in the Lachlan Fold Belt, that's correct, of New South Wales?
Yes, indeed. We have about 2,000 square kilometres of exploration permits, mostly 100% held.
Yeah.
It's in a just east of Mudgee, so about 3.5 hours drive from Sydney.
Okay, and it comes with a bit of history?
Well, indeed. The Bowden Silver Project to date has probably had about $70 million spent on it to date. So Bowden's is the world's largest, well, one of the world's largest undeveloped silver projects. So we've been in the process last 12 months as we've completed the feasibility. 2017 we completed the drill out. So the feasibility is complete. We're now at the pointy end of the environmental permitting. So we're shortly going to submit for development approval. So it's been a pretty busy time for us.
Yeah.
But on top of that, we have a very active exploration program, which is outside of silver. So we've been drilling areas where it's mainly copper gold. In fact, where we're drilling at the moment is gold. So, but part of the same exploration portfolio.
All right. So, what sort of attracted you to Bowden's in the first place, and was it the potential for the gold, or was it purely like there was the silver?
It was certainly the silver. Yeah. However, what intrigued us is, as I mentioned, a lot of money being spent on the silver project, but very little was understood of why this massive asset is here in New South Wales. It's very unusual geologically. So we wanted to understand what was underneath it. Was there feeder zones? Is there a bigger copper gold system, lead zinc system? And lo and behold, the work we've done is now proving that it's not just silver. It's a big mineralised district that's been very poorly understood in terms of the history of the area. So you have the Golgong gold fields and the gold mining out there. Those gold fields, the last of those, closed at the outset of World War One.
All right.
So, and very little work has been done since. We had Anglo-American were there in the mid-1970s, having a bit of a poke around, but never really did any serious work. And when we came along, we started to have a closer look, and lo and behold, it's a pretty exciting exploration project, in the middle of New South Wales. It's
And so the work that you've done in the last 2 years, is it you said?
Yeah.
Since you picked up the project, and all right. So what has that told you so far, and where are you going to go from here?
I think so. In our first drilling program, which was principally to drill out the silver area, we added about 100 million ounces of silver equivalent to it, which is a big number. The resource now sits at 275 million ounces. In a gold equivalent measure, that's around about 3 million ounces of gold. So it's a very substantial project, but open.
Yep.
Now, 275 million ounces of silver is potentially 400 or 500 million ounces of silver. It's still very much open. Our feasibility is for the development of a production of 5 million ounces a year, but that's likely to expand over time, given the system is so vast. Now, also, given time, it's likely to morph into other commodities. It's not just silver, as I mentioned.
Yeah, and so picking up on the fact you say you've identified a bit of copper there. That's always a nice one to sort of identify at the moment, the way the copper market's sort of looking or heading. The copper numbers at the moment, are they reasonable? Or?
We're still at the start of the exploration on the copper. Where we're drilling at the moment is high-grade gold on surface.
Yep.
Never been sampled before. The old timers never found it.
Right.
And very high-grade gold on surface. That's what we're focusing on right now. But right next door to there is you've got a very substantial copper exploration project, which we're yet to drill. Yeah. But that's over the next few months we'll start to get into that.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking too. So the copper's there, but gold's a pretty good thing to have as well at the moment.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, it's we got all the silver in the world, but it's gold and copper is very much a priority for us, that's for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm out drilling over the next 6 months or so.
We're drilling right now, so so we should have a good flow of news over the next few months.
Yeah.
I think it's the company itself is, as the name suggests, Silver Mines Limited.
Yeah.
Big silver asset. We've been through a de-risking project process on that. So completion of the drilling, the feasibility study, shortly submitting for development approval. So that's sort of nicely been put together over the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And when you look at the company, when the silver market comes back, that asset is going to be worth a lot of money at some stage, and we look forward to developing it. In the meantime, we're reasonably active on the exploration side. So,
well, you're an exploration company, and that's what you've got to do. So, exactly. All right. Well, that sounds like there's going to be a fair whack of news. We're looking forward to bringing you that news on the Roadhouse. And Tony, thanks for being here.
Cheers, Wally.
Cheers.
Thank you.